days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rarer, though. If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he's...
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack.
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better... Come on, let's go!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger?
Ah, everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rarir to... But it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs...
And we're sure that Rarir...
Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat.
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and...
Yeah, didn't he shout out... Oh, Paimon gets...
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right.
There are many unanswered questions here. Besides his name and title.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where... I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find...
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us. And we still... Oh, Paimon's head hurts to...
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis.
I agree, we should split up.
Wait, why?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from
That's right. Yes, it could...
Splitting up's always gonna be risky, but I get...
And if we do run into...
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting.
Didn't you say the...
I don't know.
Agreed. If anyone finds...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clue. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second.
So, you guys didn't find anything
Not loving the word either.
I questioned a few Ratniki, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that or
He's been biding his time for a while.
All we can do... Wait, he's actually here? I didn't...
No, it's Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick! Why is he attacking the damsel elect? What's going on?
no time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Felindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them, even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close!
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by...
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. We weren't there for the whole thing either.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see.
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before. But there was why he holds me in such contempt. I can...
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our...
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against him. Surely our only option is to run. No, I can't say that. Come on.
Running is our...
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have?
Well, I mean...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as...
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he said. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My present...
We can't just roll over and let him get away.
Yeah. We can't just call it... Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk...
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know they would make self-centered wishes. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change After much any relationship, you were born here.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid. Very well then.
Both times you saved us.
It is. Rejected by the world. My power is...
What do you mean?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era, in which they came into being. The 3 moons, yet moonlight, but this method...
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running.
Then what are we waiting for?
Branches of song, by the frost moon above.
The long sleep beckons.
They just keep coming! This is like nuts!
Rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on ourselves to escape! If this goes on much longer...
Observe.
For the everlasting curse, rush the moon.
Preparing for justice.
With one heart, we branches of fire, by the frost moon above.
Be silent. Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Hold up! Who are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Oh, you're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it?
That's the one. Come on, move!
Wow! Where are we? This is...
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and aka the Black Market of Intel, as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely...
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get...
Another?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by—
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in—
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the— that's a lot to take in. Need some—
I'm truly sorry. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just like— And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated— But now that a new variable has come into—
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature. That said, while I know I was explaining everything just now, some of—
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcryan Ratnik's...
Oh,
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our— Still, it's safest to assume they won't be— Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led— But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind— I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, But is it even possible that he orchestrated— The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari? Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, to my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone—
what if there was a way to tap into—
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the
Hold on. Are you suggesting
The iridescent moon.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent...
the 3 moons are said to stir the tides and
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible.
I know a way, but... we will need to visit the Fatui's experimental design...
The Experimental Design Bureau?
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, people's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why the wild hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good...
it's true. We still... if Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't...
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue. And she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal.
Details. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarier. Given the severity, we can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to...
Wait a sec. Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after,
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the... Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you we can't do
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it...
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my... If you insist on compensation, I will pay you.
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start...
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rarier. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be... If there's any way we can make this work...
This is why I'm always telling you never accept fate. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. Flins, that fragment that Rarier was at...
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to...
Wait!
Shh. This is top secret.
I get it. And that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part.
Count me in.
Come off it, you! I'm way ahead of you here. Enough of it to scan it once they're ready.
I like it.
No biggie.
All right, then. Once your team has finished their mission...
Lady Damselette. Wait. We've been doing our best to mine...
We're not looking...
Do I need to remind you that you're still a one out of consideration?
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to take...
No.
Zendrones.
So tell me, to what actually, before you answer that? Just,
I promise it's nothing big.
it seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past.
I'd like to speak with...
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she...
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator, the only ones in Nodcrow.
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around? First, Rosaline. Now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh.
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why else? Watching... Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a gift. Have Fabronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time...
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 million...
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so...
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambition. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui... I get why you left. And frankly, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies.
Guess that's our...
That might be your plan.
Huh?
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by your...
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapons system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, stare all you want, Columbina.
I know.
This is it. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful...
Lunia, get him!
I've upgraded the Lunia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for all.
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past?
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you...
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss, oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it...
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to... I've never faced Rarir myself. But from what I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it...
Once I take a job, there's... And also how to make sure I come out of this alive. Death is the one thing...
Come on, Boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. When you're... Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary.
Eh?
That shady
Come on, Boss. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey,
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she...
Dory Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business.
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of... It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted. And wouldn't you know it, I've been giving her, plus any other friends you send my way, will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing, if not. So, let me guess. You've run...
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? At the very least.
What if I told you it's someone with the power?
Is that so? Then we really...
You're...
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No.
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 Mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all.
See you later!
Excellent. Everything is well. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me, so remember. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Simple furnishings, table and chair. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said anyway. I'll...
Hi, Reverie. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'll test it out. And if it's a PS, new stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pit.
They didn't sign their name. But they must have been close.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine... Joseph asked why I came alone, but if he invites me again...
The Lindis. That's the same name Rare...
Grain imports keep falling. If things... Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just...
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many...
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere...
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained... Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced the burial place... It was you who helped me see that...
This is just trivial sentimentality. The burial place of a fallen moon.
Reverie, over...
Dane! Oh, and, Vedelfin here? What a surprise to see.
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. So, what are we discussing?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need any...
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her.
Come on, stop being such a member of the King's Guard.
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Fed?
It's
Vedafilnir. Dainslift's elder brother. And yet, despite the gulf between us, does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his? Why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rarier looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there...
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than... Aw, why the long...
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a...
Vedifilnir showed up today, too.
Ah, Mr. Vedifilnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, you're worried? You could be... We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about it? I'm sure someone in his position has...
Maybe...
You worry too much, Rarier. We've been together for 8...
So, you do remember.
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never... What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever... Felindis? It's nothing. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together.
See? You just need to stay I can feel your warmth. You're just seeing you makes me happy in a way. That's better. Getting caught up about things like this.
You go ahead. I just have...
Even busier than the...
Free lot. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain.
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're two completely different...
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rarier was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. By giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Venster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's... Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rayhir of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32...
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be the...
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As
You still haven't told her what you really do for...
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? that your hands are steep.
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we... Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans.
Your concerns are not unfounded. Take care, Rayhir of Solnari.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why the moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now with the sun shining high in the sky, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't... Should I try somewhere else? Wait a sec.
So, he's late after all.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. But I'm
For someone so young?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying. May we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the... Not long ago, the Rayhir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as...
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't...
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rayhir, and he claims to be one of the King's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal
Why are you telling me all of this?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rerir was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to Thelindis. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to...
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rerir's fragment to spy directly?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, I gotta admit though, I'm itching to see what happens next.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for... Luckily, we managed to learn...
So far, so good. I just hope the other, especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about...
If I know boss...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly... Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back... Oh, guess... us yet, but then, oh, that's never. If they spot us, they'll. They might not have seen us yet, but oh, that's never. If they spot us, they'll run straight back. Hide! We almost got spotted. Phew, that was a close call. Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, there's no end to these things. Fire. Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no! There's a fire!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Whatever. I've got all the... he sure doesn't pull his punch.
Excuse me, do you...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you... Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
How considerate of... Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremen, you've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want...
shattered! Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Gather! I will have order!
As one with wind and cloud! Wind strike! Everybody stand back! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Solidify!
Take cover! The wind moves. Into the wind. Inazuma shines eternal.
But a momentary distraction.
It's a relief to see you all made it back.
Huh?
I returned ahead of the...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end.
I see. But first, who do we...
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait,
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya.
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
A Fatui Harbinger.
the atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon god...
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of... Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that we have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived...
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes that's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing as a gesture of good faith. I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's be-
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that...
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conry.
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and eclipse, and a whole...
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed. Hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it. And how it became the new...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. What's the matter?
Verfnir, Freundaughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contained some of Thelindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like Thelindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conrians?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's...
It's possible. But it would take a miracle. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire...
All right, then. Let's Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino. We'll go look for the iridescent. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild... At this rate, the people living here...
I'll head back to the Curatorium.
Feels good knowing, given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately. I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Ino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right, then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. I decided to stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little...
A tad late. The others, everything going smoothly?
Not great. I don't know. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired. Oh, right.
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate, but according to Flints's, that was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength.
Flints, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across... I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's a...
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I?
Database updated.
They were betting on how...
It's the obvious choice, isn't it?
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from...
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. We still haven't got the slightest idea.
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of...
Huh? Are you serious? As in,
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deep... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are, for instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return...
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far.
oh,
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait.
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used, does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost...
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moons remain. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the crimson...
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your... When I looked at you, I felt I could see that
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, though, I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her...
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you...
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Harry. Also known... You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an...
Beyond the bounds of this world?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to have... The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual. The book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that...
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. And make...
But there's no fireplace.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between... Those burned away by such flames leave behind... In short, I can open... The catch is I'll need to stay on... Very well. Then I...
Traveler, spare me a little more moon... Thank you.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice.
Got it.
I sense a scent. I feel that I...
This is order.
fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Paimon's right behind you. By the way, Alambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole, Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Time to go.
Stabilize!
Get out of here! Teamwork is strength! Torn to oblivion! Clouds high, the birds fall!
Huh? Huh? For real?
No. I'm not It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird... Wait, see that? Looks like a Looks like a device from the time of Karia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Order guide you. Solidify!
Look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to
Thelindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Mind your own business. Just leave.
Thelindis? Is that Riru's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her? Oh, yeah!
The abyss has maybe that's why some.
Whenever I waning moon. For me.
Yeah! Oh, looks like the abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby. Yeah!
on my night!
Gather!
Let's light it up!
The wind knows me.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Get out of here!
One with nature.
I'm going in!
Inazuma shines eternal!
This is order.
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the three moons, if it really does exist, then...
Take cover behind the rocks!
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should... Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. If only I could get my hands on that up...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice...
It must be.
Then there's no time to look...
Into the wind!
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Time to go!
must be the iridescent moon's mirror! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Solidify! Yeah.
We're so close!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still, if we can purify the abyssal power... And so... Is it you?
Huh?
At long last. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us? You look so puzzled. But trust me when I say...
What was that all about? Was that the... It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost...
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess for a fading soul like hers. Our auras...
But anyway, we got the iridescent moon's mare. All right. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh.
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Hey, it's...
What are you waiting for?
hands. They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you... No.
Oh...
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is...
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina!
By the frost moons...
It's still not just... one... It's okay.
How about now?
At the very least, I won't have to stay. I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The ray here of Solnari and his...
Well, it's good to have something. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray, but now...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up to all I'll say is this. All right, that's...
You're the best!
I appreciate...
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.